Welcome to Cuckoo English Podcast for daily English practice. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cuckoo English Podcast. This is your cozy corner to learn English in a fun and easy way. I am your host, Sophia.
And I am your co-host, Jeremy.
This episode is specially made for beginners, people who are just starting to learn English or feel scared to speak.
And before we begin, let me say one important thing clearly. You do not need perfect English to start speaking.
Exactly. You only need the courage to start. That's all.
So today, we're going to share 8 simple, practical tips that can really help you learn English step by step, without stress.
No difficult grammar. No pressure. Just real English for real life.
Before we start, just a quick reminder for our English learners. If you enjoy learning English in a fun and easy way, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
And we bring you one episode every evening made especially for English learners like you to make your English learning journey fun, simple, and exciting. If there's any topic you'd like us to talk about, let us know in the comments. We'd love to create a new episode just for you, with your name mentioned in the video.
That's a great idea. It feels like we're making personalized episodes for our special learners.
Yes. All right, let's start.
Sophia, let's begin with the most basic and honestly the most powerful tip. Learn some common words.
Yes, many beginners think, I need to learn 5,000 English words first. Jeremy, I used to think that too.
Same here. I remember learning big words like extraordinary, but not knowing how to say, I'm hungry. Very useless situation.
Exactly. In the beginning, you don't need big or fancy words. You need common words.
Words you actually use every day.
Like walk, run, eat, drink, sleep, wake up, sit, stand.
These words look very simple, right?
Yes, very simple, but very powerful.
Because with just these words, you can already make many sentences.
For example, I walk to work. I eat breakfast at 8. I sleep late on Sundays.
So the point is, if you learn common words well, you can already start speaking English.
So don't try to learn difficult words at first. Just learn useful words.
Yes, just learn useful words, words that help you live, talk, and express yourself.
Now, let's talk about tip number 2. Speak from day 1.
Ah, yes, please don't wait for perfect grammar. Many learners think, I will speak after I learn grammar.
But that day never comes.
Because grammar is a long journey.
And speaking is how you learn grammar naturally.
It's okay if your sentence is not perfect.
For example, instead of saying nothing, you can speak and make mistakes. Sometimes people make mistakes while speaking, but we still understand what they are trying to say.
Yes, it's not perfect English, but it's communication. So don't worry about mistakes. You can also start practicing by speaking to yourself.
Oh, yes, Jeremy. That was my favorite trick when I started learning English. I used to talk to myself out loud when I was alone.
And when you slowly start to feel comfortable speaking alone, you can begin talking to others in English. Just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Jeremy, can you tell tip number 3 to our English learners?
Of course. Tip number 3 is listening practice. Listening is like food for your brain.
And if you don't listen to English, your brain is basically hungry.
Exactly. Then the brain says, I don't understand this language.
If you don't listen to English regularly, your brain doesn't know how English really sounds.
That's why listening practice is so important, especially for beginners.
You know, Jeremy, this is how children learn. They don't write or read a language at first. They just hear it every day and slowly start speaking. But one important thing, beginners should not start with fast English.
Yes, please don't jump directly into movies where everyone speaks very fast.
I tried that once. I understood nothing except, oh, and okay.
Same here. So instead, start with simple stories, basic conversations, and slow podcasts, like the Cuckoo English podcast.
Yes, you can listen to our podcast. We bring you new episodes every day.
Even children's stories are great for beginners, and there is absolutely no shame in that.
When I listened to simple stories again and again, I slowly started understanding more without translating.
That's the magic. Your brain learns naturally.
So listen every day. Even 10 minutes is enough.
Consistency matters more than long hours. Sophie, now it's your turn to tell our learners tip number 4.
Yes, tip number 4 is learn tenses in an easy way.
Now, let's talk about grammar, but don't panic.
Haha, yes, please relax. No running away, no closing the app.
You don't need to learn all grammar rules.
Yes, grammar books are very thick and very scary.
But the good news is you don't need everything.
Start with easy tenses and use easy sentences.
For example, I go to school, present. I went to school, past. I had gone to school, past perfect.
See? Same sentence, only the time changes, not your life.
Exactly. Grammar is just about time.
Think of it like photos. One photo is today, one is yesterday, one is before that.
You can practice like this with common verbs.
For example, eat, ate, eaten. Do, did, done. See, saw, seen.
Don't try to memorize long lists in one day.
Yes, your brain is not a machine. Give it some rest.
Make small sentences. I eat food. I ate food. I have eaten food.
That's it. Simple, clear, and useful.
No need for big sentences.
No need to impress anyone.
Just practice a little every day.
This is more than enough in the beginning.
And remember, grammar is your helper, not your enemy.
Yes, grammar should help you speak, not scare you.
Now, tip number 5, and this is very important. Learn English that you actually need.
Before we start, let's remember one important thing. Everyone's life is different, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Some people work in offices, some at home, some study, some take care of family.
And because our lives are different, the English we use is also different.
Exactly. There is not one perfect English for everyone.
Your English should match your life.
That is why you should learn English that you actually need.
Yes, not book English, but daily life English.
Learn words related to your work.
Everyone does some kind of work.
So you should know how to talk about your job in simple words.
For example, you can say, I am a teacher, I work in an office, I am a student, or I run a business.
In my case, I work online. So I often say, I work on my laptop, or I make videos, or I teach online.
And I talk a lot about recording episodes, planning topics, and talking to learners like you.
See? Different jobs, different English.
So learn words related to your work, not someone else's.
Another important words you should learn is about daily routine words.
My routine is simple. I wake up at 6 in the morning, I drink coffee, I work on my laptop, and I exercise in the evening.
My routine is a little different. I wake up early, help my grandparents, make tea for them, and sit with them for some time. She also reminds them about medicines.
Yes, so I use words like medicine, time, rest, and doctor almost every day.
See? Same day, different lives, different English.
So think about your routine and learn English for that.
Next words you need for speaking English easily is weather words. They're simple but very useful.
For example, it is hot today. It is raining. The weather is nice.
These sentences are great for starting conversations.
You can say them to neighbors, colleagues, or even strangers.
Simple English, real life.
So remember, English is not about sounding perfect.
It's about talking about your life.
Start with your work, your routine, your family, and your day.
That's how English becomes natural.
Now, tip number 6 is use the same words again and again. Repetition is your best friend when you're learning English. Many learners think they must learn new words every day, but that's not how the brain really works.
Exactly. Using the same words and phrases again and again is what actually helps them stay in your mind. That's how English slowly starts to feel natural.
Think about how we learned our first language. We didn't hear a word once and remember it forever. We heard the same words many times in many situations.
Yes, and over time, those words became automatic. We didn't translate them, we just used them.
I remember when I was learning English, I kept repeating simple sentences from my daily life. Things like, I wake up early, I make tea, and I help my grandparents.
And because you use the same sentences every day, they became easy for you.
Exactly. At first, I had to think. Later, the words just came out naturally.
I had a similar experience. I used to repeat very basic sentences like, I am tired, or I am busy today. I said them at home, at work, and even in my head.
That repetition trained your brain.
Yes, and that's why it's better to know a few words very well than to know many words only a little.
A simple way to practice is to choose one sentence and use it many times during the day.
For example, you can say, I work from home. Later, you can say, today I work from home. And at night, I worked from home today.
Same words, small changes. This helps you learn grammar without stress.
So don't feel bored or guilty when you repeat the same words.
Repetition is not a problem. It is the process.
If you repeat today and repeat tomorrow, one day English will feel easy.
And that's when speaking becomes natural.
Now, let's talk about tip number 7, reading, because reading plays a very important role in learning English. Reading helps you understand how sentences are formed and how words are used together.
Yes, and when we say reading, we don't mean difficult books or long novels. Beginners should always start with simple things.
Exactly. Things like short stories, kids' books, or very easy articles are more than enough in the beginning.
You know, Jeremy, when I started reading in English, I didn't choose big books. I started with short stories written for children. The sentences were small, clear, and easy to understand.
I did the same. I remember reading very simple articles and reading them slowly, sometimes more than once.
That's important. Reading is not a race. You don't need to read fast.
Yes, read slowly and try to notice how sentences are written. Pay attention to word order and small grammar patterns.
And don't worry if you don't understand every word.
That's very important. You don't need to open a dictionary again and again.
Try to understand the general meaning. Your brain will slowly learn new words naturally.
Reading a little every day is good.
Even 10 minutes of reading daily can make a big difference.
Over time, you'll notice that sentences you read start coming into your speaking.
Yes, reading helps you speak better without memorizing grammar rules.
So choose simple reading material that you enjoy.
Something that feels easy, not stressful.
Read daily, read slowly, and enjoy the process.
That's how simple reading helps you grow in English.
Now comes the last tip. It may sound very easy, but it's actually quite difficult to practice.
Yes. Tip number 8 is be patient and kind with yourself. Learning English takes time, and this is something every learner needs to remember. Progress doesn't happen in one day, and it doesn't happen in a straight line.
Yes, some days you'll feel confident. You'll speak easily, remember words, and feel proud of yourself.
And then there are other days when everything feels difficult. Words don't come out, sentences feel confusing, and you may think you're not improving.
But both of these feelings are completely normal. Every learner goes through this.
I remember many days when I felt stuck. I would listen to English and think, why is this still hard for me?
I felt the same way. Some days I could speak well, and other days I felt like I forgot everything I learned.
But that doesn't mean you're failing.
It means your brain is learning.
Learning a language is like learning to walk. You take a few steps forward, sometimes one step back.
And that's okay. What matters is that you don't stop.
Be patient with yourself. Don't compare your journey with others.
Everyone learns at a different speed.
If today you only learn one new word, that is still progress.
If today you just listen and don't speak much, that's okay too.
The most important thing is to keep showing up.
A little practice every day is better than a lot of pressure.
Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes.
Mistakes are not a problem. They're part of learning.
Trust the process and give yourself time.
Slow progress is still progress.
And one day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. So this brings us to the end of today's episode.
If you remember just one thing from today, remember this. Learning English is a journey, not a race.
You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything.
You just have to keep going, one small step at a time.
Use simple words. Repeat them. Connect English to your own life.
And most importantly, be patient and kind to yourself.
If today you understood a little more than yesterday, that's progress.
And if today you just listened and tried, that's also progress.
Thank you for spending this time with us and learning English together.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
And if you have any questions or topics you want us to talk about, tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
We'll be back with another episode tomorrow.
Until then, take care, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye-bye.